Well, sometimes you can be wondering the reason as to why you're going through a lot in life and really do not have an explanation for everything that is going on in your life. But you see, in real life, like as a man, you have to go through a lot. You don't have to expect everything to move smoothly in your life. Men are supposed uh, to find a way of solving a particular problem. Like if a problem comes in, a man should not come out and then begin crying out to everybody how he has problems and he has no solution. Every problem has got a solution, but as a man, you always have to fight very hard to get a solution for the problems that you have. Like you can be here and be like, "Oh God, why can't I be like so and so?" Like you've got a house, you've got food every day, you drink food, you've got water, you have got clothes, you've got a job, and you're really living a dream of many people outside there. There's a lot of people that do not have exactly what you're really having. And a lot of people are really looking at you as their main focus and they really want to be like you. They see you as a god and they really want to be like you. But of course, in life, you don't have to be just static like that. You have to always have vision and you have to be focusing on something that is going to make your life better. Yes, of course, but sometimes you just have to be very thankful to what we so far hold. Right now, for me, I'm thankful for what God has given me and what I am right now because a lot of people are not to the level I am right now, too. And a lot of people are looking up to me, and I am really their role model, and they want to be like me. I understand what I'm talking about because when I go back to the village, a lot of people really want to be like me. They really see me as their main focus. They want to be at the level I am. I don't know even where I am right now, but I think I just don't know. But they over exaggerate me because I don't see the level I am. I'm not all that great, but of course, even you who is watching me right now, uh, there are a lot of people that are looking up to you and they really want to be like you. But of course, at yourself, when you look at yourself, you'll be like, now, why should someone look up to me? Like, what do I have? What do I have exactly that makes them look up to me? Yes, there are a lot of things some tiny, tiny things that people look at and they be like, wow, this guy has got this and it's amazing. I would love to be like him if I get a chance. But yeah, of course, that's how life is all about comparing yourselves and trying to make your life better. Mm. You need to, like, all you have to do is to make sure that at least what you have been today is not what you are tomorrow. Try to make it a habit that at least you improve your life each and every time, like you get a chance. When you begin competing with people, you don't know where those people get all the success they own right now because different people have different opportunities and different blessings. You will begin competing with someone who has relatives in the government or like they're some of the big government officials. Like you were just coming from a humble background and you've got nothing in your home area. You've got really you have nothing to show up. Like, but the person that you're trying to compete with has got a full government on his back, and they are really ready to help him. They're really rich, and then for you, you're beginning from down, and then you want to compete with that person. Of course, that one can be a bit more difficult. And you see, like when you're coming from a humble background, there's a way things are really always hard on our side. Probably like okay, most especially me. I come from a humble background, and of course, things are not the same way. I don't see things the same way as a person of my age. At my age, uh, who comes from a really well-off family. In life, like sometimes you wonder, like God. They say that all people are created equally, but when you look at some things, you be like, now what the hell is this? Like when you look at Donald Trump's son, when you look at Elon Musk's son, Jeff Bezos' children, like seriously, and you compare yourself to those kids, seriously, like it really doesn't make sense. Although they say that everyone was created equally, like how? Why was I created in a remote place in Africa and then uh, 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 given to not poor, but of course a hardworking man, a hardworking father, and then someone out there is born in the United States, uh, is born by one of the richest men in the world, and then you tell me that me, who was born in a remote place in Africa, is equal to a son or a daughter of the richest man on earth. Like seriously, like how? You can't. Sometimes yeah, we can compare ourselves and really try to motivate ourselves, but some comparisons are really inevitable. Like you cannot compare yourself with Elon Musk's son. Yes, the son is so like uh, his son who has been always who has been seen most of the time with Trump or something like that. That one. He's a young kid. He's a young kid, but when you look at him like that, he's worth billions and billions of dollars. But like, how can I begin comparing myself with that kid? Seriously, it doesn't really make sense. Sometimes they just lie to us, but of course we just have uh, to believe because we have to be motivated. And the reason why they always do this is to make us work harder so that we can also get to a particular level. But of course, we cannot get to the level that they are right now. But at least we get to the level that is a little desiring. And like, unfortunately, some of us have got really poor opportunities, bad opportunities. Like we being born in Africa, like you are born, you have a lot of work. You have to work really hard to reach to the level of a boy, a girl, a child born in the United States of America. Like the rate at which you have to work almost like 10 times harder as compared to a child born in the United States. Why is it like this? Because for us in Africa, like there are a lot of challenges. Like you're born in a remote place. You've got the place that you're born in. Like there are no immediate hospitals. Like even the medical facilities that you have are really poor. The schools are so poor. Like education system is so down. Like so dead. Like education system is so dead. Things that you study are really very parallel to what you exactly want to be in future. But where the Americans, the Europeans, and parts of Asia, where they win us from, is because for us we study according to the curriculums, like a standard layout of a curriculum. That yes, you have to study history, you have to study literature, you have to study English, you have to study mathematics, you have to study geography, you have to study food and nutrition, you have to study political sciences, and whatever nonsense that you have to go through in school here in Africa. Because they just pull, pull a bunch of subjects and then put them to you. Not knowing that now, me as a student who wants to become a doctor in future, a student who wants to become a computer scientist in future, a student who wants to become a software engineer in future. Like, why should I begin studying a history of Bangkok, history of Beijing, history of New York? Like, why? Why am I studying that? Seriously, it really makes us really go back. Unlike in those developed countries, United States, in Europe, in some countries in Asia, yeah, they study really like a child is born, and the moment sometimes they are born with a family. Let's say, for example, a family is full of doctors only. A child will be born, and then he will exactly follow that line. and then he's going to study what he is going to become in future. Not studying something just because of studying for passion. No, he's going directly to the point. He wants to become a doctor, and he begins exactly. That's where he begins from. As he continues slowly, slowly. By the time he is reaching at the university level, is already an expert. That's why we've got so many professors and uh, inventors outside Africa. So many inventors are from Europe, from United States, from Asia. But in Africa here, it's very difficult to get that kind of thing. So that's the reason as to why I say that being an African, like you have to work, being born in Africa, you have to work like almost 10 times harder than a boy, a girl, a child born in the United States of America or even in Europe. Yeah. You know, I'm Antoma. I'm Antoma. I was born in a very remote place here in Africa. And of course, you have to work really hard, really, really hard to get to a level, to the same level as a man of my age who lives in the United States or in Europe or in all those other developed countries, developed nations. This has been a major problem that is affecting a lot of Africans, and it has really kept Africans so poor. Our education system is poor. Our health system is poor. Our road networking is poor. The internet services are poor. For you to get exposed to the truth out there, you really have to work hard. A lot of 80% of Africans down there, they even don't know anything about digital marketing, or let me say that someone, most of them don't know that someone can earn online. Like they're really not exposed, but a lot of people are making money online, which has really become a real big problem for us here in Africa. Most people are not exposed. Well, this is Antoma. Thank you very much for watching me, and I will stop here because I've got something that I want to be. Uh, I'm being called somewhere there to go and hustle. Sometimes we do hustling so that we can survive. So I'm Antoma, and thanks very much for watching me today. Please kindly subscribe to my channel, Antoma, and then like this video. You can probably share it with a friend or family so that they can get to know much more information that I put out there. But of course, don't go so far. You'll always be finding a video here every week. And thanks very much for watching me. I say goodbye. See you in the next video. Probably watch this other video